My name is Wasiu Onalaja, and yeah,
Yeah,
that's
thank
it.
you for accepting to grant us and to interview with us.
You're
So,
welcome.
I'd like to ask, we actually go around talking to various hailing drivers, even traditional taxi drivers. So, we'd like to ask you, what are those experience you have had on this job that made you sometimes consider quitting the job
Uh,
with passenger? I mean,
okay, with passengers.
yes.
Well, there are numerous experiences, and for somebody like me, um, I don't do this full time,
Okay.
so it's more of what I do in my spare time. Even at that, there are several experiences that are not so pleasant, right? So I'll just share a few. Okay, I remember an experience. I was supposed to pick a lady around the University of Lagos,
Okay.
right? The lady was actually on University Road.
Okay.
Of course, I graduated from University of Lagos, so I have an idea of the axis. I was coming from Mariga. So I asked her, "Are you along the Paco Road or the University Road?" And she didn't know where she was. The least that is expected of an adult is for you to be aware
Of where you are.
of where you are. Even if you don't know, you ask her questions,
Mm.
right? So she was unable to do either. I said, "Okay, there is no problem." I said, "What can you describe with?" She described a location to me with a Chaldec,
Chowdek
uh,
kiosk.
no, Chaldec billboard.
But okay.
Unfortunately for her, on the Paco axis of the road, there
Yeah.
is one there, just a bit after the MRS filling station. And then obviously there is another one on the University Road. So I got the one coming from Bariga. I got the one at in front, just a bit after MRS, and I called the lady that, yeah, I'm here. And you know one thing about this Google Map is that at times it's not accurate, So when I got there, I called the lady. The lady was like, no, she can't see me. I can, unknowing to me that there was another one on the University Road. So I was like, you describe with this child deck,
Mm.
and here I am. So along the line, that was how the lady now said in Yoruba, Shile Igone,
Ah.
you know. And I was so furious. I had to call her back that Papa Godly, I want to name him Godly. Because when I finished from uni, like you probably were still looking for secondary school admission. So Papa Ego, I just blasted her. Unfortunately, it was a guy that actually
Ordered for
booked
her.
for her. So out of annoyance, I actually called the guy. Lucky that the guy didn't pick. I would have gave him the peace of my mind that is it because of what you want to eat that would, all those kind of stuff. But he didn't pick. I just let it go. I ended the ride, and once you ended the ride, the anger has already like subsided, and I just had to. That's just one out of many. Now I'll give you another one. Very very interesting one. There was a day I was parked somewhere because the fuel situation,
Yeah.
it's not making a lot of economical sense for you to just keep driving and
Driving.
roaming about and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I was somewhere in Ikoyi, and some guys ordered a guy and a lady, the First Bank staff. Right, because where I was in Ikoyi, I was parked under a tree. I rolled down my
Glass.
glass and what have you. So, unconsciously for me, I didn't roll it back up. I put on the AC before I got there.
Mm.
On getting there, the guy saw my guy was like, "Do you have AC?" I was like, "Of course I do." I rolled up and put on the AC. That was how the guy was sitting in the front, right beside me, while the lady was at the back. That was how the lady was telling the guy that she should move the vent away from
Your side.
my side and move it to
To her.
her and him, that they should share it. That me, I don't. I don't want AC. And I was like, no, you can't do that. Just leave the vents the way they were. They were like, and maybe they are paying for the ride. The AC is there because of them. And I was like, what the fuck? I bought a car of 10 million naira, and it's because of it, I want to pay me probably less than 5,000. Is why you think I will put on the AC of my car? You know, it's so belittling for people to actually think e-hailing drivers don't, as in, I don't know, there is a way people actually look down on people doing this job, and it's really really ridiculous. And I just like, no, I was already, but I just told her, madam, please, can you just cancel the ride and just come down with this guy? I don't want any problem, because I don't want to see myself on different social media platforms for silly reasons,
yeah.
unnecessary reasons that is quite avoidable. So when I sense that somebody has the potential of becoming a problematic person, I as much as possible avoid in the most professional way, right? In most cases, when I see that this person either ways will give me trouble, I would rather decline the person's ride, or just tell the person I'm no longer interested in taking her or him to wherever. And another thing is, when e-hailing drivers, when we put e-hailing drivers that have problem, when we put like 10 with passengers out there, when there are issues with 10 e-hailing drivers, I can bet with you at least 8 are women, right? Let's now go deeper. Out of the 8 that are women, I can bet it with you that 7 out of those 8 are young ladies. You rarely see older, because I've met some extremely polite ladies. I'll be honest. Like on daily basis, when I do this, I met some extremely polite, and in the same vein, I've met some badly behaved clients, riders as well. That does not excuse the guys too, but you rarely see guys that
Misbehaving.
when a guys come into your ride, they will like, Baba fan, how this also for those that are open to conversations, at least. If I also feel like I want to converse with you, of course, why not? If not,
Of course.
we have that kind of conversation. We just all along the line. But some, because I don't want problem, especially ladies, I take caution in having conversations, but when I see that, oh, this person is actually, why not? Of course.
So another question is, what has your experience been on Lagos Road with different stakeholders on this Lagos Road? I mean, talking about the police, LASMA, the signages and the rest of them. What has your experience been generally on Lagos Road?
Well, to be fair, I've had my fair share of issues with different governmental agencies on the road, be it the LASMA, be it the VIO, road safety, police, even now, neighborhood, I've joined them, right? Okay, that was the day I was around this place, Jakonde, right? Okay. Just by that Wemco traffic light, right? I guess my attention was, I just have a blip in my attention span on the road, There was a car in front of me that moved. I moved. That was like, this guy just came from nowhere and just blocked my car. I could have hit him, right? If people are saying that, oh, you have committed whatever offense, it's not enough for you as a governmental agency to just jump in front of a moving car. If anything goes wrong, the person hits you. Yes, the most that will happen is they will find the person. You will be in the hospital probably with a broken leg, if not dead. Right? I think governmental agencies should do more in sensitizing their agents on. Okay, I think we are matured to that point where nobody should start chasing you for committing traffic offense, if at all that happened. What should have happened is, okay, we hear that there is a lot of cameras all over Lagos at different traffic light points and what have you. So if the cameras are functioning, there is no need for governmental agencies to
Start
jump
chasing
or
cars.
start chasing cars and what have you. I think that's just one out of some of many experiences that I've had. So those guys there are always there, and what they do is any little thing they jump in front of your car. Some of them, okay, I remember there was a time that a last man officer was hit by a car at Iyanoworo bus stop. And I doubt if that guy will not, that kind of stuff, just because you are trying to pin or pick somebody for an offense. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: when a car hits you, right, you are the one that will bear the pain, even though government will say, okay, we'll take care of you. Government did not send you. I'm sure no government will send any agent to jump in front of him just to apprehend a car. It's not making sense. And a lot of them need to actually value their own life. They should also value the people they leave at home, right? They should value them that, oh, I left my family at home, I left my wife at home. If government will take care of your bad health or for whatever reason, they won't take care of all the bills, all the people that are dependent on you. You should think of those people and say, I should not die now. I don't deserve to die at this point. Especially when you have kids, you should also be as much as possible to be there for your kids. But once you jump in front of a car and somebody hits you, be it they will incarcerate your leg for whatever, how long, from some months, or if you don't even die. You
survive it.
So the risk of jumping in front of a moving car, they need to stop it. They may not be lucky at times. And it will be as if the driver hit a last man. They won't know that it's the last man or the neighborhood or whatever that is jumping in front of it. There are so many advanced way of picking and apprehending cars that commit whatever offense you want to build them for and whatever. So that's just one, and there are a few others here and there, but it is what it is. It's one of the challenges of doing this. So you really have to be extremely smart, and you really have to be aware, be self-aware of your environment to make sure that you don't commit any traffic offense and what, because it's not actually, I don't do it, but in a split moment that happened. But I was just like, okay, it is what it is. I was aware enough to still be able to control and not hit the guy, and so that's just one of the experiences.
So that takes us to the next question.
Okay.
Has passenger short paid you before?
Yeah, I have few experience of that. Not even short pay. One didn't pay at all. A lady, like, we always have issue with ladies. I picked that lady from somewhere around Okpebi axis. Apparently, she knew what she was doing. She asked someone to order for her. Right? She asked someone to order for her. I picked her from an hotel. I picked her from one hotel around Okpebi. So apparently, the person she went to meet didn't turn up, or I don't know how the story goes, because it was when I now had to call the other lady. So she said she was going towards, I think, Oregon.
Okay.
So along the line, she diverted me that she needed to check something around that Okpebi, not too far from where I picked her from. Just, it was about 10-minute drive from where I picked her, that she wanted to check something, that she will come back and we continue the journey to Okpebi where she had ordered the original order. So I picked her, I dropped her where she said she was going to. She entered the gate and I waited. She didn't come out. So I waited for some minutes. I was like, I didn't see this lady. Mind you, she's not the one that ordered. So I don't even have access to call her directly. And I called the lady. She said, she just came here to visit someone. She didn't see the person. She begged her to order for her. I knew that she had played a fast one on me, and I was like,
she left you there.
She just left me there. I went to the gate, opened. I wasn't seeing any traces or any sign of I knew what had happened. I just let that.
So let's go to the positive part now. As passenger, of like maybe passenger carried you and you got to destination, at the end of the ride, passenger decided to give you more than he or she was supposed to give you.
Yeah. Recently, there was one woman I picked from around Ikati down to Okpebi. somehow we got into conversation, and she was extremely pleasant. She's an older lady, right? So she was extremely pleasant and what have you. So after the ride, even before the end of the ride, she had collected my account number. I told her, "Oh, your money is XYZ," and she paid. I was like, "You overpaid me." She said, "Ah, just add it to your fuel money and that kind of stuff." She not even. Can you wait for me? I won't take much to
take
and take her back, and I did, and she still did the same thing and still paid handsomely. So there are people like that
good people.
There are, of course, there are good people. And
so lastly, you said you do this on a part-time.
Yeah.
So we like you to talk about your business in like 1 minute, to our viewers.
Oh, okay.
Since you said it's more like a part-time for you.
Yeah.
So we'd like to give you the opportunity to like tell the viewers what your business is about, how they can reach out to you, how they can reach you. I mean, you have the floor. Just 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah. I'm a professional cleaner by training. I do professional cleaning, post-construction cleaning, corporate, domestic, fumigation and pest control, carpet and sofa cleaning, and stuff around cleaning business. That's what I do. So I can be reached on WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I have handles, and it's Clean Services on Twitter. On Instagram, Clean Services. And my phone number is 070-680-15611. So you can reach out to me for cleaning business at any time.
You had it. You can reach out to him on that number you just called. So thank you so much for your time today. I'm really happy to meet you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.